My Forex fund, no license, no regulation. Is it a scam? Let's see. Okay, let's talk about my Forex funds.
Yes.
People actually have been talking a lot since yesterday when they actually shut everything down, and they kind of made a promise that, oh, but September 11th, everything should be fine. But it's not the case, and it's amazing. I actually made a video about it, and people got mad at me because most of them, they're
waiting for payouts.
Exactly. And not only payouts, it's like some of them, they were funded like with the 300K account, 100K account, and my Forex fund was like pretty cheap, but it was not cheap because the trading drawdown is never fixed. This thing is actually demanding too much from you, and the level was always being higher and higher. So it was kind of a gambling thing. And yesterday I was on Twitter, and I heard a lot of people talking, and one of them was a lawyer. So here's what's going on with my Forex funds. You're not going to believe this, but they actually there were charges in 2 countries, not only in the US, but also Canada. So September 11th is just, how do you say, Shannon, when you have this lawsuit meeting, one hearing, but this thing is not going to be solved.
That's a hearing.
Yeah, this thing is not going to be solved on September 11th for sure, because I thought this was about the trading drawdown, and futures are way more safer, right, than Forex, because there's a lot going on with Forex. First, most people don't even pay anything to the IRS because they claim, oh, but it's a currency thing, when it's not. When you take a challenge and you pay for the test and you prove to be a consistent trader, this means now you're actually working to the prop firm. So this is a service, right? It doesn't have anything to do with not paying money to the IRS, like some people say, and they don't actually pay anything, which is another big problem. So this is what they actually published on their website. So sorry if you have any open trades, it doesn't matter now, because our bank accounts are frozen and our securities in the stock market are frozen, so there's nothing we can do. So I was like, what? And if you take a look here, trading commission, okay, so basically it exposed everything, the CEO's name, and they say the problem is not only the trading drawdown, which is not fixed. I can understand a challenge where the trading drawdown is not fixed, but once you get your funded account, in order for this not to be considered gambling, it should be fixed. But that's not even the case here. What they're trying to expose is my Forex fund. They actually made 300 million in fees. Can you believe that?
It is very hard to believe, but yes, I can believe it, because
but not,
you think of all the people who repeat their challenges, and
right.
Yeah,
no, Shannon, this is not fees because of resets. No, this is 310 million in fees because they have some kind of a bot, and they would force people to get their order executed at the worst price ever and the worst spread ever. Can you believe it? I couldn't believe it when I saw
what
this.
I wondered? I paid attention, and I didn't get too many of their accounts, actually less than 6, I believe.
Right.
But I noticed that
everything was expensive there. Everything is expensive.
Come in when it was time to go into profit.
Right. And here's another thing. They actually used this server, so it's Traders Global. And
yes, I remember.
I remember too, because we have to set this on MetaTrader. And truth is, they didn't have any license for this brokerage.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but not only that, and then I also saw.
They're nobody.
Yeah, so I went.
They're not even a provider.
It's crazy. It's scam everywhere. It's totally crazy. I mean, the problem with this kind of jurisdiction is like now the brokers, not the brokers but the regulators, they could have the perfect excuse to start a witch hunt to several other Forex prop firms. And
I think it's getting started.
Yeah, because what is a prop firm anyway? And once a trader works for a prop firm, he's not an investor, right? So I don't think they have this kind of stuff defined. And it's crazy because MYFOREXFUNDS was actually the second prop firm, and FTMO was the first. So this is what I did. Okay, I went to their Discord. So let me show you. People just they published the letter. Okay, so everybody was like, what the heck? And some of them were claiming, I can't believe this. I just got funded. I want a refund. And people were in panic there. Some of them actually believed that on September 11th they would restart everything, and then people were like, okay, no, I want a refund, or okay, just go to FTMO because FTMO is serious. But truth is, we don't have any guarantee that this thing is not going to happen to other Forex prop firms, because as Forex is not very well regulated, most brokers, they can actually work and cause people to lose money. Do you remember Hugo's Way? Or
that's what I felt.
Exactly. I mean, they used to create those crazy weeks, and I remember I lost money with gold, and that was several years ago when I was in the beginning, and it was crazy. It was like 1,000 pips, and then back on. And if you take a look on TradingView, there was nothing there. Nothing.
There's no spike there.
Exactly.
And I noticed that too. I was like, I had opened all my accounts up and I was going to use Hugo's Way to run my bots and stuff, because they're the most secure, I think, as far as running bots. But I guess that's not so much true.
No, it's not. It's not. It's like
everything's
maybe this prop firm CEOs, those who are not regulated, they have this bot, and to cause people to lose money. So this is something.
That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, since SEC actually found out about this, I was like, wow, and it's just crazy. And all this happens because, U.S. citizens, you guys, you can't trade Forex unless through a prop firm, right? So it's complicated. Other than that, it's not legally possible, at least not with the regulated brokers. So it's just this brokerage thing is just complicated. This guy is actually crying.
Contract for difference.
Yeah,
is the issue.
Exactly.
That's the issue.
Yeah.
The CFD. That's an issue, and that's some made-up paper way of trading and making money, and that's how they've been, I don't know, kind of scamming them, using to scam that type of market in the first place. That's what makes futures so much more stable.
Oh yeah, and I mean, opening a prop firm with futures, it demands a lot. This is why there are only few open. You know, they have to undergo, you know, all the regulations and SEC should approve it and etc. And all, you know, I'm just talking about some, but truth is there are a lot of regulated FCM and stuff, and it's very complicated. Take a look here on Discord. This guy was like waiting for his target profit, and then his account froze. So everybody who had my Forex fund accounts, all the accounts are frozen. So
that's unbelievable.
Yeah, they can't do anything. It's like unbelievable. And Shannon, there is more. Okay, let me show you something else. I actually posted this. I posted this on my Twitter. Let me just open the Twitter here. There is something called payday loans. Have you heard of this?
Yeah, long time ago.
It's crazy. I never knew this kind of thing even exists. It's like if you are a big company and you need to pay a lot of people. So this is what you can do. You can actually ask for a loan, and then you pay all the people, and then hopefully you get the money, you invest somewhere, and you get some profit. It's crazy. So this is payday loans.
Yes, very familiar. And I've never done it before, right? But I'm familiar with it, and I know people who have done it and really have just like put themselves in a debt situation behind those things.
But Shannon, can you believe it? I'm saying this because my Forex fund earnings, they would make 10 million. Oops, let me just close this. They would make like 10 million per month, not per year, right? It's just crazy. Can you believe, like, asking for a payday loans? This is kind of, I'm not saying this is totally true. It's just, you know, there was some guy on Twitter talking about it. But if this is true, can you imagine that? This is another level of a scam, you know, because the company wouldn't even have money to pay these people. You know how crazy this is. So it's just this thing is so complicated right now. So let me show you the video I actually made about it. Okay, and let me remove the sound because this is actually in Portuguese, right? So now I'll have it translated to English. So this is what my Forex fund actually published, and they don't even say anything. It's not like they email people saying anything. No. They just published on their website, and once people realized their accounts were all frozen and all the payouts, no, sorry, we can't actually give you your payout because all our banks and securities are frozen. So it's just maybe what we're seeing now is you know, it's the beginning of something. It's like other prop firms would go down. Like, what was the name of that prop firm that went bankrupt? You know, the one with the king. Do you remember? It's talented. Do you remember that? I didn't go to that prop firm because I didn't feel it was safe. But do you remember the name?
Trader?
No, it was Funded Talent or something. It was.
Fun. Yeah, I was with them when they shut down.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I was in the middle of. I was one of those people who was in the middle of a challenge about to get funded and got shut down.
So this is actually it's getting common. You know, Forex prop firms being investigated and just, you know, shut down. And it's not like futures, because, you know, I think futures are safer because they have to undergo several, you know, regulations and everything should be fine, or they will be shut down, right? But it's not common. So actually with a good promotion now, it's back to 80% off. So yeah, and all the accounts, you know, even Tradovate accounts or Rithmic accounts, and it's a very good price. No one has cheaper accounts than Apex. It's a pity it's not 90% off.
Agree.
But 80% off helps a lot, right? And
oh, absolutely.
If you actually get Replicanto there, so you can actually copy all your accounts, what you do in one account, and you actually copy to all the other accounts. It's actually pretty cool. So as long as you go slow, okay, so like for a 50K account, you choose to go for a small profit every day, and then you just calculate how many days you need to pass. You should be fine. The problem is people don't care about, you know, risk management. They just want to go greedy, and this is when problems actually happen, right? So I really like Tradovate accounts for.
I do too.
For Apex, I think they are better than Rithmic because you can access with your cell phone or everything. But you know me, I just use the computer and NinjaTrader. But they actually.
Well, that's the great thing about Tradovate is you can use NinjaTrader with Tradovate. So
right.
That makes it excellent.
Right, and that's pretty much it. So, not sure if you noticed, but they are actually making a payout page, so it's actually live. So when they pay people, it shows there, not, you know, the full name, but the initials, and
yeah, it just gives them an idea that people are really getting paid on this magnitude.
Yeah. And Top Step was always the #1 because, you know, it's very old, and they also have Forex and futures, but I think that they're safe because, you know.
Well, they're futures based.
Oh yeah.
I tried them first back in the beginning, and yeah.
I tried them too, but I hated phase 2 because they forced you.
I didn't like it
to scale, and I don't like that scale thing. I mean, I can scale, but I don't want to be forced to scale. But I heard they actually removed this rule, so it's pretty much it, right? But now Apex paid more than 17 million, okay, and it's a lot. So people are making a lot of money. This guy, this Lim, 750,000. It's a lot of payouts. You know?
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Somebody from Dallas, 40,000.
Yes.
Yay! I'm gonna be up there one day.
Cool. I want to see you there, Shannon. I really like Apex. I really like Apex, and I don't think Apex or, you know, other secure, not secure, but safer prop firms. I have this feeling that Top Step and Apex, they're safer, right? Because they're futures, right? And
absolutely.
The problem I see here with MFF is like it's a Forex prop firm, and now we maybe can see a lot of, you know, witch hunts to Forex prop firms. And I forgot to actually show you. Let me show you this. I was actually taking a look at their Discord, and some people, they got so mad and so angry. One of them was actually saying, okay, now it's Biden's fault, or some other guy just said, okay, so let me file my application for McDonald's. And
good lordy.
People are like, they're really,
depending
some of them
on one prop company.
Yeah, I mean, these are people that they're very angry, you know. These are traders from MFF, and now most of them, as I read them here, some of them are actually moving to FTMO, and others are moving to futures because they don't want to, be, take a challenge.
Well, you get to a place where you get a rhythm and you're making money, and then all of a sudden it stops.
Yeah.
That's got to be hurtful because, people change their lifestyles based on this. And so for me as a platform person, like the guy who just made $750,000,
right,
I would still continue to trade, but I would take that $750,000 and definitely be trading live, a live account on my own. So I would never get put in that position. If I had that kind of money, I wouldn't just depend on at that point, you don't need to just depend. Once you get $10,000, you don't need to just depend on a prop firm. You start trading live with it.
Yeah. I think what you're saying is so important, Shannon, because
Absolutely.
if you're consistent, right, and if you're trading for a prop firm, why not, having an account and actually trading, with very disciplined targets and stops, and having a risk budget, like a daily risk budget and a session risk budget. This is like everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Risk management all the way.
Yes.
And then to even add to that, if you're taking live money and putting it on, and you're putting $10,000 or more, and you want to have a regulated company anyway, I wouldn't trust thousands of dollars with an unregulated Forex company. I would go with Forex.com or NinjaTrader or something like that. I mean, if I had to cross over, some people don't understand why they should cross over, but
okay, go on.
The putting the money with another company, and even if you have to cross over because of the regulated companies, there may not be so many Forex related companies. That to me became a clue about, well, okay, so there's regulated companies, but most of them are futures and not Forex.
Right.
So I started to understand the difference, and that's what really showed me that maybe futures, that's always been around. And I'm not sure when contract for difference started, this whole Forex thing, but yeah, people need to start looking at their investment and diversifying their thought pattern a little bit. So that's all.
Yes, that's definitely correct. And and now my Forex fund actually closed their Discord because so many people were angry there, and they just publish what they did into the website, and 643 people just wrote rest in peace, right? And it's this thing is very sad, but at the same time,
it is sad.
It's like it's so complicated, Shannon.
Well, if they're not using multiple prop firms and they're dependent on it, it gets complicated. But if you're not, like, I know of people who are using multiple prop firms, and they're using, doing Forex, FTMO, the other TFT, those, if they're using those, they don't have such a bad taste towards this because they're smart enough anyway to expect something like this. That's my take on it.
Right. And some people are angry because they actually received an email, oh, it's payout time, just log into the website and get your payout, but nobody can do that. So there were a lot of angry people here on Discord complaining because they can't actually get their payout. And this chat actually went crazy because there are a lot of people from everywhere. This is very pristine. It's like people were angry from all over the world with my Forex fund, and this is like an alert. So people just open their eyes and be careful with Forex and unregulated brokerage, right?
Agreed.
Yes.
Wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
And start to look at this thing if you want to be in it for the long haul. you got to start looking towards regulated, because they even get trouble too at some points, but at least you have less of a, a trading psychology, a hindrance.
Right.
When you're with a regulated company. I think that's what makes me feel good about my trading, and what makes me trade better is dealing with Apex. It's been a transition, but it's been one of the best transitions I've made in my life.
Oh yeah, they have a very nice community on Facebook for those who can see it, right? And access it. So it's actually very good, and people help each other. I really like that. But that's pretty much it. So let me see if I don't have, if I just missed anything. So I just think this whole mess is very bad for the industry, right? But for one side is actually good, because now all the prop firms, they will be regulated, and this will protect people from scammers. And
yes,
the CFC, actually the CFTC, they are actually asking for whistleblowers, and if you really tell them something that is helpful about those prop firms that are not regulated and are taking advantage of people, they will pay you 10 to 30% of monetary sanctions. So, and you can actually fill this online. So I found it very interesting too, right? Let me see if I just have anything else.
That is pretty interesting right there.
Oh yeah, it is. It is. Because it's a lot of money, and the whole thing, I think it's about the definition what a prop firm trader is.
Absolutely.
Because it's not like we're investors. It's not like we're hedge fund. It's totally different. So I think these guys, they're going to have a lot of work trying to set everything and get all the possible regulations. But one thing is good. If they used MetaTrader, I don't think you can erase all the data there. So if someone used MetaTrader, the data is there, and it's not like
data stays. Yeah.
So this should be very useful for them to identify all the people that got they could have lost money, and this is very bad, right? So hopefully people can do something about it if they feel they still need something to be done. But this whole situation is bad. It looks bad. Most prop firm CEOs, they actually Forex prop firm CEOs, they would be wondering a lot about what happened here. But at the same time, I think it's good, and it will protect people, so people don't lose money with this unregulated scams, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and pretty much it. So thank you, Shannon. And
you are very welcome, and thank you for having me on.
Okay, talk to you later.
Okay, have a good day.
You too.